Evelyn's talked a lot about self-awareness and that idea of, what are you feeling? Tuning into what that feeling is. I'm very big on, and this is probably the thing that's helped me pull out of burnout as well as recognize when I'm not where I want to be, when I say I'm not fit for human consumption, is being clear around what it is that I want. And when I'm talking to people about their careers, a lot of times they come in and it's like, well, I'm not getting promoted. And I'll ask them, well, what is it that you want to do? Well, I don't know. I want to get promoted. Okay, but what is it that you actually want to be doing? And I think it's the same thing as, do you have clarity of purpose? And it's really easy to get burned out when you don't, because what you're doing may not be returning energy back to you. And so I don't ever look at it as like, well, gosh, I worked 10 hours yesterday. That sounds like a lot, but really you lived through those 10 hours. Did you do something in 10 hours that was rewarding to you? Or did you do something in 10 hours that you resent having to do? If you resented it, I guarantee if you resented doing it for an hour, it could have led to burnout. It's less about the amount of time. We got 24 hours in a day. It's more about the return on investment. And that's where I talk about work-life alignment. And I got a little model for that. But I want to throw that to you before I jump into the model. When it comes to for you, and I'm putting you on the spot, Evelyn, because we didn't hash through this beforehand. We chatted about it a little bit. What would you say? Like, look, this is my true north. This is the compass point that I kind of check if I'm
Mhm.
spending the right amount of time on things. What is it that you focus on for your life to kind of gauge that?
I think family, family is a huge priority for me, and also being able to feel as though I have an alignment with my own career, with my family, and then self-care. Self-care is huge. When I start feeling anxious, whether it's what I'm juggling within work or with my family, realizing what is it that makes me feel good. Again, for everybody's going to be different, their self-care, and it's for me it's activity, it's
Yeah.
working out, being self-aware of what is it that's bothering me. And I wanted to mention this sooner. It's one of the big things that I think we all utilize, right, is social media. And social media can be very helpful for a number of things, right? When we use social media, and how does it make you feel? How much time you're spending into it. I could go in there, it can be something for work that I go in there to check out and I get sucked in for an hour. And in that hour afterwards, it makes me feel horrible because I think I just wasted an hour of my time. Okay, now I have to recognize that didn't make me feel good, right? So then I set those boundaries to that. It didn't make me feel good. I didn't feel productive. I felt like I wasted time. I need to set that boundary, right? But having that self awareness, and I'm just using social media as an example because there are many things around us that we have to be aware that affects us, right?
Yeah, and I agree with you. I think it's funny because as you're saying, social media, my big thing is what am I clicking on so that the algorithm is teaching it to send me happy things versus
Right.
things that I get like furious about, and it's kind of, rage porn basically. But I will say, like, I do silly memes. I send them to my boyfriend, and then once a week, because we're busy, once a week, we sit down, and it ends up taking us like an hour, but we're cuddled up and we're going through all these goofy things that we send each other, ridiculous things. Um, but it's turned out to be like kind of we look forward to it every week. So to your point, are you aware of how it's affecting you, and are you being intentional about it?